What is up, YouTube? This is Vice Lord, new founder and owner of Team Dark Rogues, and also Team Apocalypse, coming at you live with the deck profile. Just went to my recent locals, and actually it was quite interesting since I didn't use my Chaos deck for the first time. I actually used my Sith Samurais. I made it to the finals and lost to spellbooks. I was quite surprised I defeated one of my friends. One of my friends came with elemental dragons. So it was actually quite interesting considering my deck was not prepared 100%. So this is pretty much the deck all in one. We got 3 Kagemusha of the Sith Samurai, for your tuners and synchros and level 2s. We also have 3 Kizans. Now, I've seen most people run 2. I usually prefer to have 3 just in case, because you get Kizan, you get Kagemusha, instant level 5 right there for whatever. 3 Elder of the Six. I usually don't get enough of these in my hand from the start, but they are also good defense cards and help me special summon for other cards later. 1 Hand of the Six. I don't know, I prefer to have just 1 hand and actually 1 Mizuho. Right here, Legendary Sith Samurai Mizuho. They have particularly the same effects. The only difference is that hand destroys targeting one monster compared to 1 card in the field, and I guess it's an easier way to get those 2 out because they're both different names with Aztecisms. I don't even know how to say that, honestly. 2 Inishi. Always 3 Kizans, because you're always going to have Sith Samurais one way or the other in your hand or soon to be summoned, so you may as well have 1 or 2 of these. I mean, all 3 of them in there so you can instant special summon and it sees or synchro. 1 Zanshi. 2 Grandmasters. I don't see the point in running 3, it's just too much of a hand, and plus you can only have 1 on the field per. You can only have 1 on the field at a time, so it kind of clumps up the deck when you have a total of 3 in your deck. 2 Great Shogun Sheens. 1 from the Raw Yellow Mega Pack, I think. No, Legendary Collection GX. But I don't run into these too much, but they are good when I get the combos right. For some reason I kept getting a couple of the first turn Shien and Great Shogun. Legendary Shien. 1 Gateway since it's still at 1. 2 Sith Samurai Uniteds. The reason I run only 2 is because I found out an interesting combo recently with the Gateway of the 6. If I have these 2 and Gateway in my hand turn 1, I can instantly just swarm the field almost. Then you got your Dark Hole and Heavy Storm staples. Pot of Avarice. So whenever I use up a ton of Sith Samurai power, I'll have Pot of Avarice activated. 1 Rhoda. Just for potential search power. 3 Sheen Smoke Signals. I'm thinking about taking out possibly 1 or side decking it. I'm still debating on what to do with it. It's still pretty good. It helps me search out for most of my lower ranked ones. 1 Sith Samurai Triple Strike. Now, this is basically because, I can swarm the field instantly with a bunch of these samurais. So once I get 3 of them, let's say my opponent has face down, set spells, and traps, I'll just activate Sith Strike Triple Impact. And say goodbye to all those spellbook cards, say goodbye to most of those E-Dragons if I didn't get past them. Two of as tenants of the Citadel, I would run 3, but currently I do not have a third one. But I would definitely run 3 and probably take out 1 Sheen Smoke Signal for the third one. 3 Masaki Megatamas. You know, because everyone there had to have known if E-Dragons were to try and reign against Sith Samurais, they're going to have Draco Sat use his effect. I'm going to use Masaki's effect, negate his effect pretty much. Negate the activation, and I can't really destroy it, but I can negate the activation and pretty much stun their Draco Sat's effect, making them impossible to attack with. And then we run 3 double-edged sword techniques. People always ask me, why you run 3? Why don't you run something else with those? It's like, no, this is not supposed to be trap heavy, it's supposed to be spell heavy, because I'm sick and tired of having plays where I have a good trap battlefield and then someone pops me with a heavy storm. And then I'm like, what? No more of those trap heavy formats for me now, because of the fact that heavy storm is such a pain. Anyway, back to the extra deck. I use 1 Heroic Champion Excalibur, just for like one of those last minute kills. Blade Armor Ninja for double attacks. Shadow the Sith Shien. I like using him along with Kageki because of the fact it makes his attack points 3,700, because with 1 Samurai in your field, he's already got 1,700 attack points because he gains 15. So actually he would be at 35, my bad. 1 Utopia. 1 Utopia Ray. 1 Kusanagi. The reason I run a Kusanagi in here is because if I can't use Shien, I'd like to have something to stop traps in general and gain attack points with it, so. Adrius, because of the level 5 monsters I have in here. I would run a level 7 at Seas, but I don't currently have any. And I did borrow a few things from my friends, so bear with me, these are the cards I have. Naturia Beast is one of them. Gold rare. So when I first turned that, spellbooks were screwed. Legendary Sith Samurai Shien. I wish I was able to get him instead when I faced it off, but when the person went first and then I didn't get a good hand, it kind of sucked. And then Colossal Fighter. I run Colossal Fighter because this deck is mained with nothing but warriors. And some of the cards I did borrow from my friends because of the fact I don't have the money or utensils to get it is from the extra deck. I did borrow a Catastor, a Mistworm, and a Barkion. I'm surprised one of my friends still has his Barkion, but yeah. So this is the deck I pretty much came second place in locals. Now I'm going to be going to my next locals using my Chaos deck, and hopefully it'll work out well. So yeah. That is my Sith Samurai. I do not have a side deck because it is currently being fixed. But so far, if you want to know my side deck, I just have the 2 rivalries and 1 Jin Zenhu. Rivalries because, you know, you're fighting up against windups and possibly other decks that have multiple types. Alright, well, thanks a lot, YouTube, and like, share, whatever you want. Peace.